Trump's surprisingly reflective and disciplined State of the Union. Real Clear Politics. This on. None of the commentators I've seen have questioned why Trump chose to spotlight these events. He is not usual. Trump has obviously paid heed to the political numbers that show him likely to lose the next election. He got 46. His job approval is now down to 41%, and in November, his party lost 40 House seats, almost all in affluent, high education districts. Losses were but that came later in the speech. The larger point, that is the idea, call it the cosmopolitan argument, that nationalism is always bad, a primitive and unsophisticated bias in favor of the home team, a short step if that from Nazism. The argument but the argument is weak, if you know more history. Yes, it's nationalism in a prayer. Roosevelt mentioned. Today, Trump argued, American nationalism continues to be benign, whether it's trying to stop Iran's nuclear and genocidal ambitions by withdrawing from the Obama nuclear deal, or seeking, while deftly following up on Latin nations' initiatives, to oust the disastrous Maduro dictatorship in Venezuela. This State of the Union can also be seen as a refutation of the identity politics conceit that white cisgender males are inevitably the villains of history, ever ready to oppress women and people of color, and that virtue inheres only in their intended victims. That just doesn't compute when you watch Trump's salute of SWAT officer Timothy Matson, who raced. There was less emphasis on divisive issues, the border barrier, as Trump has taken to calling it, an abortion, than many predicted. On these, the state legislation that abortion rights groups passed in New York and pushed in Virginia legalizes and would legalize abortions up to, and apparently after, birth, not a majority view, to say the least. And House Speaker absent from Trump's speech was the note of contempt for those with different views that is typical of many of his tweets. Instead, that suggests he approached this speech with deeper reflection and more self-discipline than usual. Will that continue? Copyright 2019 Creators.com. Michael Barone is Senior Political Analyst for The Washington Examiner, Resident Fellow at American Enterprise Institute and longtime co-author of The Almanac of American Politics.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.